Guten Tag. MrTennek here again with another sexual story off the internet. I was just perusing sexstories.com. Don't ask me why. They've really revamped this website. I'd say go and check it out, but I don't think that would end well for me, legally and all. But as I was looking around, they now have a feature to look for the stories that have the most downvotes. And I found one called Wild Adventure, and it was posted 919 days ago. So this one's a real fucking classic, man. A golden oldie, if you will. And it's under Extreme Stories. Now, I have no idea what this is gonna contain. Could get pretty nasty. I imagine it will. But anyways, let us embark. How many chapters is this? It is 3 chapters long, and there appears to be an epilogue. But each chapter is pretty short, so whatever, let's just give it a whirl. Let's give it a whirl and see what happens. Alright, chapter 1. Let us begin. Already the grammar is atrocious. Good, this bodes incredibly well. I creeping the house in the afternoon. From the back entrance, I was naked except for my soiled chuddy. Whatever that is. I was covered in cum and all kinds of filth. Inside the house, Ravi, the cook's assistant, wearing goggles, peeling onions. He had tied his lungi from the front so I could see his shrunk brown dick resting on his airy balls. He looks at me.
Gondo, I pimped you out and you got me beaten up by them,
Ravi says angrily. Too bad for you, they didn't want to pay you anything. They wanted me for free and I enjoyed it, I tell him. Ravi used to fuck me. That was nothing special, but he wanted to make some money out of it. He introduced me to a bunch of men near my house who wanted a young sexy boy to fuck. He told them he would get his money in the morning. These were about 5 men who fucked me the whole and night. I had their cocks in each end. Those 5 men had their friends over. I enjoyed even more, sucking all those luns, and taking them in my gund. All through that time, they pissed on me, gave me their shit to eat, things I was used to having. When Ravi came over, he saw those men.
I thought there were only 5! Pay up the all of you!
The men stripped Ravi naked on the table and take him inside and fucked him up. He returned home without a word. I stayed for another night with those men and satisfied them all. I enjoyed being their sex slave toy boy, taking all that cum, piss, and shit from them. He was not too happy with what I said. He shook his head, put all the peeled onions back in the sack. Don't know why that's making me laugh out of everything. I go over to him and tug his dick. It was one of those days when his cock would get erect. Evidently this very loud, vociferous man, his penis will only become engorged on certain days of the week. I can relate to that.
You stink of shit and whatnot just like your mud color!
Arusha's here? I said excitedly. How did we arrive on this Arusha person? There's something about stinking of shit in a collar? I'm starting to suspect that this is some sort of an Indian erotic story. I don't know. There's a lot of very odd terms in here and names. I suspect that might be what this is. Adjust my headphones here, which are falling off of my head because I'm shaking my head around so much. I run inside the house, straight to my bedroom. I take off my filthy chuddy on the stairs and get into my bathroom and bathe. I was cleaning and drying myself. My bedroom door was banging. Who is it? I asked.
Shouldai Sam! You're being called downstairs for tea!
Amaji said as she headed all the servants in the house. What does it matter? Everyone sounds the same in this story. As far as I'm concerned, they all sound like a really furious, really throaty British man.
Shouldai Sam! You're being called downstairs for tea!
She said as she headed all the servants in the house. I tie the towel loosely around my waist and go down. Hold on a second, my phone's going off. Just telling me to unplug the charger. Never mind. I thought that was the authorities contacting me again, telling me that they're on the way with the SWAT team and whatnot. False alarm. I tie the towel around my waist and go down. I sit down on a large, comfortable chair. Arusha was sitting on the floor, legs apart, with her black panties showing through in the chute. Her long hair were covering her boobs. Ravi was right, she was stinking. There were fresh scars on her. She was loved, being tortured, abused, degraded, and humiliated all the time. Dina, my mum, was talking with someone on the cell phone. She was wearing a sexy lingerie. I poured the tea into my cup and sipped it. When I bent over to take the biscuits, I see a large glob of cum on the floor. Before I could lap it up, Arusha has her hand on it first and takes it and puts it in her mouth. I glare at her.
You don't know how to behave, just leaving filth all over,
she says teasingly, and sticks her tongue, showing me the cum on it.
I ate the biscuit.
Just before I pick up the teacup, I felt an itch on my cock and balls. I take off the towel, hold my cock in one hand, scratch it with the other. Dina had stopped talking on the phone and looks at me.
You need to piss?
She asks. No, I'm just scratching, I tell her. She takes my cock in her hands and says,
You know that I know what is best for you. Now, piss.
She opens her mouth. I stand and start pissing and lift up the cup of tea. Arusha comes behind and starts licking my asshole. I spill my piss on her lingerie. The piss makes her lingerie stick to her body. Her large and nipples become prominent. She starts sucking my cock. I guess filthy Arusha's expecting some shit from me. I strain a little. My shit fills her mouth. She eats and slightly cleans my ass. I shoot my cum in Dina's mouth. Dina kicks Arusha in her stomach with her bare feet.
You're disgusting eating my son's shit. I've been doing that ever since he was a baby.
But just then, Margie comes in.
Guess here,
she says.
Archie Rondi!
Dina says. She and Arusha run off to their rooms. Shortly, Dina comes back dressed in a micro skirt and a backless top.
Either get dressed or go to your room,
she tells me. Arusha comes out of her room wearing a long dress which is completely unlike her. Usually, she moved around completely naked. On closer look, it was the light. This is going on for way too long. I was enjoying the story when it involved a loud, furious British man screaming. What can I say? It's just the kind of voice I enjoy doing in my spare time. And with that being said, I do believe it's time for a musical number. Yes, it is. I'm telling you this, as in you don't have a choice in the matter. You never have. You're going to listen to my magnificent middies and my dulcet voice, and that is the end of that!
You need cooling! Baby, I'm not fooling! I'm gonna send you back to schooling! Way down inside, honey, you need it! I'm gonna give you my love! I'm gonna give you my love! Oh! I want a whole lot of love! I want a whole lot of love! I want a whole lot of love. I want a whole lot of love. You've been learning, baby, I've been yearning. All them good times, baby, I've been yearning. Way, way down inside, honey, you need it. I'm gonna give you my love. I'm gonna give you my love. Oh! I want a whole lot of love. I want a whole lot of love. I want a whole lot of love. I want a whole lot of love.